Hunnigan, what happened? The transmission got cut off. Salazar, how'd you...
We've jacked the line. We didn't want you telling everyone any unnecessary information.
Where's Ashley?
Ah, so she fell into one of our wonderful traps. We'll make sure we find her. Don't you worry about her. Oh yes, I let our miserable insects out for some exercise down in the sewer.
Thanks. That should keep me company, 'cause boredom kills me.
I look forward to our next encounter. In another life.
So do lemons. I'm very allergic.
I like their smell, but their taste is funny. Right? All right, so we're hinted by that. We're going down in the sewers. All right. Sewers are kind of creepy. This is an area, once again, solved a lot by the rifle. Get ready to get creeped out by sound.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Sounds like they're right there, but actually, they're right there.
That's not how stereo works.
Yep. You can see his spit,
Oh.
because these guys can turn invisible. Giant insectoid chimera monsters that turn invisible. Needless to say, when enemies are invisible, tension goes up. These guys do drop green eyes, which are a gem that goes into an item we haven't found yet. But that means these guys drop quite a bit of money. That was not worth it. Their music for when they're pissed off, I kind of love it. It's this creep like. So I'm just being careful because it probably one has noticed me, but I just don't know where it is. Because it's invisible. Oh, I can see kind of climbing up the wall if you really look hard. If there's an enemy in this type where the pistol does not do a very good job of dealing with, it's these guys. They also have the ability of climbing on walls in the ceiling, so that's why I keep on looking up periodically. It doesn't seem he's coming down the hallway, though. I wonder where he is. Oh.
Just having fun.
Joy!
You having a good time there?
I don't know yet.
I only know if I try, okay? Just wait for it, I guess. Oh, there we go. Game glitches. I have a way of finding them.
No matter what.
But there's an enemy. There's another one down there. Oh god, he saw it. He's gonna get up there. Run!
This music sounds like flies trying to compose a symphony.
Oh god, it happened to you too. This isn't supposed to happen, but it made this easy to deal with. Oh.
Really?
You're not ruining my fun. Luckily, not all of them run into this glitch problem.
Hey, Salazar, I think you shouldn't be proud of your bugs.
They're a test in progress. They try to distract you with TMP bullets, but there's also a thing right here, too.
With the way their eyes were shining, it looked like they had something too, but I guess not.
Oh, you mean the... Well, I'm assuming that might be part of the jewel that falls out, actually.
Because there was kind of a light trail from their eye as he was jumping.
It helps you at least spot them, because there's levels later where you run into them in the dark and it helps you see them, so I think it's definitely for ease. If you look up, you can see a jewel trail, and there he is. Problem with these guys, they take a lot of hits. When they're coming at you just normally on the ground, not too hard to deal with, they're just pretty fast. It's when they're hopping around and running on the ceiling and on the walls that it becomes sometimes a little tricky to keep track with them. You see like that, he just hopped right next to me. So I like to, once again, put myself into a space where he can't corner me. Plus, because there's a cage door there, he can't go on the ceiling or the walls. Just funnel them. Also, they do have to turn visible to attack you, as you can see.
Ah.
Even if it's just for a brief moment.
Kind of like bloodsuckers from Stalker.
Now, I will say, I didn't show on this one, but I'll probably show you later in the game. They have one of the cooler deaths, or at least Leon deaths you can get. There's one thing I haven't shown you yet because I've been killing them too fast. Is these guys also spit acid. So there's one scene where these guys can jump on you, grab your arms, pull them apart, and just vomit acid right on your head.
Ugh.
And if you die to that, you fall back and die, but all you have left is a skull. It's very Mortal Kombat. So, I mean, this one's kind of boring. It's just a scientist being like, hey, the parasites, you know, you gotta, they're in the insect world, and, you know, we can use them too, you know. Just figure this out.
They die horribly, but, you know,
Yeah.
could help with cancer.
But we don't want to use it for that. We want to make dinosaurs. So this one's, I mean, these are actually legitimate things where there are like fungi and parasites that can, mainly like a fungi, but parasites as well, that control host animals, usually insects. And they control them to do particularly strange behaviors. A lot of them is to get eaten by larger animals. So it'll have like insects climb on plants to be visible to birds, so birds will eat them and gain these parasites. There's also the story that they end up taking from The Last of Us, as I mentioned on the old LP for that, was that there are parasites that would control insects and basically put them into positions where it causes either the fungus or the parasite to reproduce, usually by being eaten by something else. Or move it to somewhere safe to where they can't be eaten, but it just kind of remote controls, and I just find that really fascinating. So yeah, dinosaurs. Jurassic Park was a pretty good movie.
Make a dinosaur get eaten by a bird. Well, I just want a pet T-Rex, which is exactly what's going to happen.
That's the scientist right there, after petting the T-Rex.
I love him still.
Well, they were cool in the movies. So now I'm actually hoarding heart pieces. Haven't needed them yet, so they will remain in my inventory until they're used. It's a waste to use them when you're at full health. So they have a prison key, but they also have a prison in the sewers. A couple items in here we want to pick up, mainly the thing in the treasure chest.
The poopy prison.
That would be an awful prison. You will smell like poopy 24 hours a day here.
And we will never refer to it as anything other than poopy.
Poopy. And if you laugh, you spend more time there. So those things they've been dropping, those green pieces, we can put into the insect lamp. Those bugs do drop other color gems. It's just depending on the color version, it's rarer and rarer. And those all go into this lamp that you can sell. So far we have the green common gem, so we pop that into the lamp. This is also a trick of Resident Evil games. If you go back through an area, there's probably a good chance that the enemies will be back. So if you look up here, there's one waiting for you. Tries to get you when your guard is down.
For a second there, I thought you could add the gem to the bug lantern and then help you see the bugs easier.
That'd be mechanically neat. This is also a trick. You're like, haha, I got that ambush. It immediately spawns another one. So it even tries to fool people that are cautious. So I got a blue gem. That's a rare drop. You can throw that onto the lamp too.
And you can't add the same color gem?
No, unfortunately. Once you've added the green gem, you can't just put like 3 green gems in. It's got slots specifically to the color. And as I mentioned, some gems drop very rarely, or there's only one. So that's why sometimes I don't wait for them to be fully stocked, because some of those ones are just a pain in the ass. There's one waiting to sell the whole time. He's on the ceiling now. And they do that also to fool you, because you run over to grab that item. There's another one in that sewer right there. He's just harder to see. They try to ambush you all the time in the castle. There he is. Follow me into prison. Oh, God. I think these are called chimeras. Can't quite remember. But he also opened that prison area. I don't think there's anything in that cell. I think we got all the primary things we wanted. But we've twisted that knob there to be able to drop the water here so we can go through this passage here. But I'm nervous because I think there's one more. I just can't quite remember where it is at this point.
Psych, the door is a bug.
It's a mimic. It's in there somewhere, I don't know where, so I just start running towards the door and panicking. There it is, kind of.
He was a lot closer than he looked.
Yeah, it's deceptive. And they move very fast. They can close the distance. See, he's right next to me. And he hopped in a circle to avoid my gaze.
Wow.
Get a good look at these guys. Very creepy.
They're bugs with skeletons.
Makes me think that they turn people into these things.
Yeah.
That's a velvet blue that's very easy to miss because it doesn't have a gleam on it. If you go toward that hatch, you can just pick it up off the ground. Also, I recommend at this point, save that one grenade you got. You're gonna need it. Now let's deal with some Dark Souls. As you imagine, an insta-death. But very easy to avoid.
I mean, you could see the line on the ground.
That too. I like how he looks with just the grenade in his hand. He's just strolling around with a grenade in his hand.
Even with a grenade, which doesn't take up much space, he still has to hold it with an action pose.
Again, he thinks he's way cooler than he actually is. So they decided to pray in that room I was in before. They managed to do an altar rite within like 10 minutes. So when you run down there, all those dudes will run out of the room. If you notice, they all have gleams on their chest. Means they all have valuable shit on them. So just surprise them with a surprise grenade. And try to kill as many of them as you can. If you really want to make some good money, this is the way to do it.
Not that money's been an issue so far.
That's because I've been really persistent about getting it. Like, nope, you're done. Oh, I missed, but I managed to get these items. There's a red guy who drops a very expensive sellable item, but he spends most of this part just running around the room. So I'm just gonna pick up the spindles the rest of the guys dropped. Each of those are 2,000 pesetas each, so, you know, I killed like 10 guys, so that's not a bad deal for one grenade and some just normal shots. Oh god, there's more.
I want him to jump down at you, fall on his face, and crush the parasite.
I'm just nervous he's just avoiding me completely. There we go. It was too quick to show, but I'll show you what it is. It's called like a Las Plagas medallion. It sells for 15,000.
Wow.
This area's got a very minor puzzle. We kind of saw briefly what it was like when we were jumping between the chandeliers. We have to cross the second floor via the chandeliers, which isn't hard. It's a mechanic that is designed to be like, you have to choose when to jump off the chandelier. I always recommend just mashing the button as quickly as possible, and that usually solves the problem. Which is honestly what I've been doing with like every puzzle in this fucking game. There's some puzzles that'll be coming up that you'll watch that are so easy, they're forehead slappable easy. Where it's like, I can't believe they put this in a game.
That one guy hasn't melted.
Oh, because he's special.
I don't need to.
Why they couldn't do it with the rest of the enemies? Eh. I did something illegal.
I'm very sorry for what I did. But not enough for them to let me out.
They arrested me because I wouldn't melt.
I believe you, they tried.
We got another elegant mask to put more of those jewels in if we ever pick up any more.
I kind of figured the flagon and the mask would be one-time items.
You'd think, but like a couple of those you end up getting a couple of times. So that's why, again, I'm not too concerned about selling them when they're not finished, because I'll get another one to do it with.
Welcome.
I got arrested for flashing.
Got some rare things on.
And it also
What are you
melted
selling?
them.
Is that all?
Now I'm really loading up on some of those pesetas. I sell the green eyes because green eyes are a common drop of those guys.
Thank you.
I'm thinking about probably selling the lamp because it's good. I get another one later, I know. I guaranteed. Spoiler.
Okay.
Okay, the Luminato's pendant is 12,000, not 15. But still a lot.
Thank you. What are you?
Which means I can also upgrade stuff if I want.
What are you buying? Is that all? Thank you. Is that?
You'll spend more money on upgrades than anything, as you can tell.
Is that it, basic bitch?
Is that all? Thank you.
Thought you'd be hard, stranger.
Is that all? Thank you. Come back anytime.
I don't know how you upgraded it within me coat.
If you think you're hard enough.
Just close the gate behind me.
Piss off.
Is that all I can fit through the bars? By the way, I can't melt because I'm made of gelatin.
I can melt once, but then I come back.
Oh, okay, see ya, fucker. Okay, this one's also a little bit of a, has a puzzle element that I nip in the bud, which is what I recommend you guys doing. I'll show you how. This is an oddly designed area of the castle. This one's actually a pretty important note. This is from Salazar, the little guy, and he explains that his family has been a part of this cult of the Los Illuminados for centuries, since the castles existed. But back then, it was a normal cult. It wasn't parasite necessarily related, but then the kingdom basically killed all of them for their practices. So he decides to help the new leader of the Los Illuminados by giving them these parasites to be like, hey, you can use these to rule the world. So we find out that the Las Plagas, the actual thing that's causing these guys to transform, is underneath the castle, and is the reason why people are being possessed by these parasites. And we know for a fact we've been injected with one of their eggs.
Yeah.
So it's some sort of like ancient, mined out parasite that's existed for hundreds of thousands of even millions of years.
And we're gonna kill them all.
Somehow. Well, we won't kill them all this game because these enemies appear in also 5 and 6. Who knows if they'll appear in any more of them? I doubt it.
After 6, it feels like a lot of people in general went, okay, that's enough.
Well, eventually when legitimately, and no joke based on the jokes we already made, when one of the characters transforms into a Las Plagas Tyrannosaurus, that was when I think they went a little too far.
See, there he is, I told you.
I died for my dream.
I saw Jurassic Park as a kid and thought, wow. And now I go to porta potties and eat people.
I mean, I did that before, but now I got a reason.
Fuck that.
Yeah. That's the guy you want to deal with. He just hoi 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 all across the map, so. I go through here and also just break all the bases because they contain items. Hi, bud.
Oh, my dick, oh, my dick, oh, my dick.
That's it. Why? Why? That guy's like, well, I'll just let you handle your own business.
Have I read Hitchhikers?
This is the common book they hand out for the religion. That makes a lot of sense. Listen, our religion lacks entertainment. We have to find it where we can. Within the mines containing all the Las Plagas, we found thousands upon thousands of crates full of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
What is with these people?
Why did they print so many?
They don't even have any of the sequels, it's just the first one.
If I tell them about the sequel, they will lose their mind.
Our religion is a lie.
What have we been doing? There's a dude waiting up here in the stairs being like, hi, I'm Skullman. Hi.
They call me Terry.
He won't let me into the prayer circle.
He's just dancing.
Just strutting his stuff. How you like this move, Leon? So, the red coward guy ends up over on this side over here. Guarded by 2 more skull dudes. Trying to see if I can spot him. I just don't see him anywhere. He's hiding. But I think this is probably a good opportunity to kill these guys because they're just waiting for me to shoot them. Or dancing.
He has excellent rhythm.
Damn, I didn't know you could dance like that. It's my turn. Ooh, ha, hey, ho, ow, ooh, ooh, ah.
He started doing the monkey.
I'm groovy. What happens is when you jump down here. So this guy can be a little bit tricky to deal with, but if you're very quick and you use the problem solver, aka the semi-automatic rifle, you can nip a ammo wasting part in the bud. So what he does is he runs across the entire room, and if you let him escape, he gets to a chain gun minigun turret thing and tries to kill you with it. So shoot him a couple times with the rifle instead. Problem solved. And even the game stops music like, oh.
No. And then rob him.
Yeah. He's got the key. And when he gets to that chain gun, his HP becomes much higher, so you waste a lot more ammo on him. That's just how you solve that problem easy. I mean, it means that we miss watching him in a room trying to shoot me with a chain gun, but it won't, trust me, it's not the last chain gun we'll see in the game.
This isn't permanently missable content.
Yep.
You know, looking at those paintings, it looks like he's facing the other way and hiking up his underpants from behind.
Told you not to paint me while I'm doing this. I prefer this art. It's more realistic. Ow!
This is how I see my king.
Check out this easy puzzle. So you have to flip those paintings in an order. They switch places and things like that to form a certain number, but watch how we solve this one. The sacrifices of 6 lives shall make the way of the true path. So we have to have 6 people. Click 1, click 2, click 3, click 4. You're done. Woo, my brain's sweating.
Leon just passes out.
He's walking out with a bloody nose.
What a pleasant surprise. But I'm afraid it's Ashley we need. Not you, Mr. Kennedy.
If you don't need me, then get off my back, old man.
Did you say old man, Mr. Kennedy? It might come as a surprise, but I'm only 20 years old.
So you're just like all the others? A puppet of the parasites?
Surely you don't think I'm the same as those diminutive ganados. The parasites, las plagas, are slaves to my will. I have absolute control.
Well, I really don't give a damn. Rain or shine, you're going down.
Get rid of our American friend.
So in this one, don't face him, just run out, just run away. Because he forgets to lock this door. I love their vibrations when you're shooting their heads like, ugh! So you can stand around in the room, but you are surrounded by a number of these scythe thrower guys. It's not easy. So funnel them is always a trick. I always end up dying when I get too ambitious. Then you kill them, a bunch of these archer guys show up. They're a little bit annoying, so if you stand out there, they'll shoot you. So just run back into the room.
One must be right above you, because the sound effect was way louder than the other.
You would think that, huh? So these guys run away from you a lot. Also, there's RPGs.
Good.
What they do is they fire once at you, and then the paint closes again. They actually don't repop for a while, so that's the last time you gotta worry about them for quite a bit.
You have to go find another.
Yeah. See, that's why you don't buy the RPG.
Okay.
So these guys head burst. Like that. Luckily it means they're not shooting you anymore, which is a weird thing to say, but they are running around with parasites on their heads. You can drop these from the corners to burn them. Oh, he's right behind me.
That's hilarious.
I've never thought of that. Wait, okay, there we go. I keep on moving because getting shot is just a pain in the ass in this game. Especially get shot in the ass, but... That's why dealing with multiple crossbowmen is a pain in the ass, because they're all firing like 2 shots, which when you have like 4 of them, you need to have 8 arrow shots flying at you at any given time.
Luckily, he's not smart.
Nope. Again, shooting with a leg, great deal, because you get to stop him from shooting and stop him from moving. So the RPG guys came out of that painting right above my head. Whoop! That was close. Come back here! Ooh! I tripped him with a bullet. This one I'm just gonna show off a little bit.
Yeah.
You think you're so good?
You blew his mind.
He just turns the crossbow on himself and like, you know what? I'm actually running out of ammo again. I actually have more healing items than I do ammo. Problematic.
Time to start throwing him at enemies.
Yep. And you start throwing eggs at enemies. I have to remind myself to throw it if I get an egg again. We want what's in that chest. One more time. Rocket guys, try another shot. But they always miss because they fire way too slow. Now we have a way to get to the treasure. Now you can hear enemies. They also try to rocket you, so what you do is step back. All right. And they're like, well, shit.
We can't despawn.
We can't close the painting anymore. There's some more dudes coming at us through this. We might as well just back up and dance a little bit.
I could do it too.
It's like he's sick. He's coughing up a hairball. Should stop licking my own head.
Hang on, almost through. There we go.
I think that one guy was in a position like he's more fixing the door than trying to knock it down.
You're right.
Well, it seems not to be fitting in the frame, and oh god. Now, if you go down here, there are some bases to pick up some items. Most of it, I think, is money. 50 TMP money. Nope, it's all ammo. Good.
Money makers.
Yeah. As you see, I don't really have that much issue making money in this game.
No.
Not up to this point, at least. As you can imagine, as you start to go into higher upgrades, like, they get way more expensive. So we got the first piece of the Chimera key. Remember when I mentioned that? That was a while ago.
Yeah. Sorry, I was sitting on that.
I pick it up with my butt cheek.
That's the painting I was seeing.
That'd be suck if you see a gem inside like the asshole of a painting on the wall.
Pick it up, Leon.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna shoot it off. And when you shoot it, you hear, ooh! Oh. So that's one way to go. We can't go through that door, but we go through this one. Spooky door. Full of crows.
My buddies.
Unfortunately, now that we're at this part, I do remember we have a couple of more crows to shoot.
Oh.
Because they're trying to drink water. That's my water.
Gonna drink it up with my butt.
Why did I make that sound for that? Like a big, like, you know those straws you get when you order like a boba or a smoothie or something?
Yeah. With the angle at the bottom.
It's that. Each sound will be more disgusting than the next. Also, we're going to do another very high-tension area of the game. There's certain areas in the castle which are very memorable, and this one's one of them because it always, every time I played it, and I've played this game a number of times, this place always creeps me out. The hedge maze. Not the nature of hedge mazes. I'm not afraid of hedge mazes as they are, but there's things in there that are, I've mentioned before, are terrifying. But we need to go through there because there's this door ahead of us that is locked by a puzzle key, of course. Two moons make one.
Okay, Leon, put your ass in there.
Mr. Kennedy. Still alive, I see. So, do you like my garden?
I see you've managed to work in a little of your twisted taste here, too.
Sagacious as I am, even I get lost here sometimes. Even if it takes your whole life, you'll never get out. Do you know that no one dies without a cause? You will satisfy the stomachs of my cute pets. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to tie up a few loose ends, like chasing down a couple of rats.
2 rats? If one's Lewis, who's the other? Huh. They're an intruder besides me?
Are you serious, Leon?
You mean the one you brought?
Or the one you saw? All right, we're entering the hedge maze. I moved slowly through the hedge maze. Not quietly, though.
That's not what's important.
Remember these guys? Now we get to see them.
I hate how they move.
They're terrible. And because of the sound, you hear them everywhere around you. So you don't know when they show up. So I go to walking speed in this area. Hear another one running. I wonder if it's one having a good time. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Try to hit me. Try to hit me. Or try to hit me. Can't keep up. Oh, God. Yes, that's the problem with them. They get tentacles. Try to hit me. Try to hit me. Try to hit me. Shit, didn't hit me.
Shit.
You fucked up. You fucked up. Can't get me. They take a lot of shots, too. I've hit him with 3 sniper shots to kill one. These guys make... I would say out of all the enemies of the game, I consider this the second scariest enemy of this game. There's one that beats it by far. Makes me so uncomfortable. But we don't see that until way later. So I do recommend going down all the paths of the hedge maze, even if they end up in dead ends, because almost all of them have some sort of either ammo or treasure in them. Oh boy, 3 first aid spray, all the healing that I want.
Pop it open and chug it.
I kill one of those dogs and spray him and be like, we can be friends now. Got a couple paths to go down here. I think I was petting my cat right at this moment. Because she kept on rubbing against me. I'm like, I'm trying to record.
I like to think you just couldn't believe what you were seeing.
I've never.
I saw that movie. Wait, who are you?
Wait, I don't know why I'm mad at you, but... They do this, if you notice that they have like a half pause before they jump. It's designed to where it's just enough time for you to line up a shot and fire, and they usually dodge your first shot. They timed it out really well. And when you're trying to reload your shotgun, for example, then they pounce on you and tear your throat out with their teeth. When they get the tentacles, they whip you 1,000 times, and they can maul you to death. This is the area where the sound mixing really annoys me, because I'm like, where the fuck are they? I don't give them a chance.
I think one of them's just snoring. That's just what it sounds like.
Just one nostril flaring. I'm up to 3 heart pieces.
Somebody bite me.
Someone hit me. So there's another cage in here that busts open very easily, and I think it contains 3 of those wolves.
Oh, I see it.
So what I do a lot of times is, this is good use for your incendiaries. Or just grenades in general. Just to be thorough. I had no idea if that hit anything, it probably didn't, but...
It's lucky it goes through concrete.
Very cheap concrete, I guess.
Cardboard, basically.
No wonder they can escape. Across there, that's the second one. But there's another item here, which I think is kind of a waste. I think it's like 3 shotgun shells, and I think we use at least 3 once we pick them up, so it just gets us back to even. Oh, 5. Oh, I used 5, so yeah, that was a waste.
Well, you used 5 and 2 are dead.
That's true. Crossing this side is getting over this area. Gives you a nice little peek on where to go. The first item we pick up is over there. That's where the actual key piece is, but instead, let's pick up a treasure chest that contains machine gun rounds in it for some reason. I love how it's displayed so prominently.
It's just the general dog maze.
The dogs really like this bullet casing. Who's a good boy? No good boys.
We are.
I never give them a chance. They do a lot of damage. And they freak me out, so I'm just firing in a panic. But now we got the 2 pieces. We can make it through that door. And we could fit our butt up there if we could just jump up. And we go inside for meet a special guest.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Put them up now.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
Leon. Long time no see.
Ada. So it is true.
True? About what?
You, working with Wesker.
I see you've been doing your homework.
Why, Ada?
What's it to you?
Why are you here? Why'd you show up like this?
See you around.
Ada!
Just hear her limping down the street. So Ada shows up. Go figure. I mean, again, would have recognized her instantly. She was very noticeable in Resident Evil 2. But she is back and up to some dirt, especially if she's working with Wesker. And she has exploding sunglasses.
Somebody saw Mission Impossible too.
Yeah, there are a lot of those elements where everyone has secret agent powers. Yeah, we've gone through some of the creepier areas of the castle. There are more, but it just continues to have this goofy kid with his goofy castle traps. That's most of it. But next time we go to actually rescue Ashley from imprisonment, and we'll have a brief period of time where actually we get to play as Ashley.
I didn't know about that part.
Yeah, it's not overly long, which is good.
Ashley learns Kung Fu.
She already knows Kung Fu. She learned it from the president.
But who do you learn it from?
I want her to show up and just start like fist fighting Leon and be like, I'll protect you. Come on.
Clearly the setup isn't working. Let's trade.
Every time you've done a suplex, she bows her head down. She's like, you're doing the suplex wrong. Your technique is all off. What'd you say? Nothing. She prefers to suplex in secret.
Stealth flex.
You pop into the room after trying to rescue her, and there's a bunch of dead Ganados. It's like, oh no, what happened in here?
Lying on their necks.
Yeah. All of them are like trees popping out of the ground. Who could have done this badass maneuver, I wonder? Get behind me. I really want to see a picture of Ashley suplexing someone to death.
Into the ground.
Yep.